Well, how can you think of such a thing and build a submarine? My friend Paul and I wanted to dive deeper than diving with compressed air would allow, so we decided built a submarine. The submarine should be so small that 2 people could lift it and carry it into the water. Of course, we didn't succeed. The laws of physics prevent it. A pressure hull needs a minimum volume so that a person can fit inside. So, after our ergonomic experiments, we found that about 700 kilos of buoyancy for this submarine is the minimum. It doesn't get any smaller. So, we started experimenting with 1/10 scale models and, most recently, 1:2 scale models. We compressed them in the pressure chamber until they imploded. Based on these findings, we built our first prototype, which you can see here. In Switzerland, we perform a pressure test on Lake Zug. We built a raft out of barrels because we didn't have enough money to hire a special boat with a crane. We had a winch on the raft with 220 m of rope wound on it. Well, we are just about heading up to the lake here. We raised a flag on the raft with the inscription, "Stupid AG," because we felt like we were fooling around. First, we lowered the dome into the depths and then drove it back to the harbor. It was hard work, because lifting the load of 100 kilograms by hand from a depth of 200 meters using a cable winch was no minor achievement. We then attached the dome to the pressure hull, and we drive out onto the lake again. There were many spectators at the event. A spectacle like this attracts people. Planning, construction, and testing took over a year. It doesn't even need to be added that we made many components 2 or 3 times, because the first idea is excellent, but it soon turns out it still has some shortcomings. The second improvement works better, but still isn't ideal. And mostly only the third version is satisfactory. We can speak of a garage company because we built everything in my garage. Our submarine is tiny, so all the systems that will control and operate the submarine had to be redeveloped. No matter whether it is a live server system or variable ballast system up to a dead man safety device. All the systems that will control and operate the submarine had to be newly developed. Ready-made systems that may be available for purchase would never fit into our submarine. The pressure test went well. We returned home tired but happy in the evening. According to our calculations, everything worked. This gave us the green light to complete our project. And here, for the first time, proud fathers take their baby to show the world. First photography session. As you can see, Pavle believes he can still stabilize the submarine. He was checking to make sure we balanced it on the trailer and that the submarine was sitting securely on it. Well, here's a documented fundamental error. Get into the submarine with your shoes on your feet and step on the inlet flange, which is sensitive to scratches. There is, therefore, a risk that the water could penetrate the submarine. Well, it's documented. And now go back to the garage and prepare the submarine for the next action, balancing it in the water. This was planned in Tagerhard, close to Baden. It's early in the morning and we are at the pool. We still have an obstacle to overcome. A truck with a crane is waiting for us at the pool. With its help, we lowered the submarine into the pool. This test is the second important one after the pressure test. This shows whether the submarine is floating or sinking to the bottom. Calculations are calculations, but testing must confirm them. Everything is fine, the submarine is floating. It was also the christening of our submarine. The next step is to find out the relationship between the displacement and weight of the submarine. A submerged submarine must be neutral underwater. It is not allowed to ascend or descend. We achieve this condition with the help of the variable ballast system. With this, the pilot can balance the submarine when submerged. We also check the submarine's maneuverability with the propellers and variable ballast system. Everything works as we planned, perhaps even better. The submarine was an attraction at the Düsseldorf Boat Show. This was also shown by the fact that we gained 2 customers. Mr. Koenig, who wanted to have a submarine on his yacht, and Professor Frick, who needed a 2-seater submarine for his research. This GEO 2-seat submarine became very famous, but you can find out all about it on YouTube in the GEO 2-seat submarine post. It was in this enchanting lake in the French Vosges that we had our first experiences with our submarine. How is the visibility, how is the maneuvering, the operation, and the transportation? What is needed for the submarine to successfully carry out the work it is intended to do? We also used this opportunity to train our field staff in maneuvering and operation. transport, maneuvering, everything is fine, but there is one shortcoming: the poor visibility through the built-in portholes. We need to do something about it. We are starting plans. The route is clear. Instead of an iron dome, there will be a plexiglass dome, and the front window will be enlarged so that the pilot can see out clearly. We are at Lake Brienz in Switzerland. It's early in the morning. Type E2 with an improved dome and large front window. A pressure test is scheduled for today, so the submarine will be submerged to 190 meters, left at this depth for 30 minutes and then checked for leaks. A very important function is slowing down the descent rate.
Bottom Look, jetzt können wir schauen, ob etwas am Boden liegt mit dem Bottom Look. Wracks oder so.
Ja, da sehe ich einen Schatzträger. Jawohl, ja, jetzt sind wir an der richtigen Stelle.
Jetzt hier, wenn etwas, da unten sieht man die letzten 3 Meter vom Boden, also auch auf einer Tiefe von 150 Meter. Aha. Wenn etwas ein halber Meter über Boden ist, sieht man das hier so hoch bis zum ersten Strich. Sehen Sie, wie tief? Jetzt wäre etwa 100 Meter.
Jetzt ist 90. इसमें 90 वाली सेंटीमीटर
We also want to train 2 guys who want to rent the submarine. They want to check high-voltage cables that have been laid in Swiss lakes. They also plan to search the lake bed for old ammunition. It was sunk into the lake earlier in the belief that no one could dive that deep. This is no longer true today. The gamblers even dive to this depth. We are on the island of Murter, Croatia. We offer submarine piloting courses to the public. The courses are usually taken by experienced divers in groups of 5 to 7 participants. Today is Monday morning. We have theory lessons, and tomorrow it's time for practical work in the shallow water in the harbor. In the following days, we practice in the open sea.
Können wir vielleicht unten noch vor die Scheibe direkt installieren, das nicht reflektiert. Und irgendwas hin.
The submarine has a load capacity of 120 kilos, so if you want to dive with it, get to this weight with the help of additional weight. Everything the pilot takes with him into the cockpit also counts towards this weight.
Eine Ahnung. Schöne Bröckchen drin.
Muschelschalen.
Die würgen sie wieder aus.
Dann würden sie auf den Run. Tschüss.
Jetzt hier so.
It's Tuesday. Participants practice piloting a submarine in the shallow water of a harbor. They also practiced pilot changes.
Ich kann ihn nicht abschalten. Okay, over.
Kann ich was sagen?
20 Meter über Grund. Okay, over. Also 20 Meter tief. Wieso hast du die ausgemacht? Du hast bestätigt, oder? Over. Genial gerade.
Second level of the course. We are in the open sea. The depth below us is 40 m for safety reasons, so that if something goes wrong, we can pull the pilot and the submarine up to the surface. Refilling the compressed air and replacing the oxygen bottle and the carbon dioxide absorber. Communicate with the pilot via a wireless underwater phone.
Okay, verstehe dich laut, deutlich und klar. Danke, over.
Jemand die Leine? Können wir noch jemanden haben hier, bitte? Was machen? Leine nehmen? Nach dem Sauerstoff geguckt? Sauerstoff? 90.
Sollte man nicht die zweite Flasche gleich reinlegen vom Sauerstoff?
Wie viel war Sauerstoff?
80.
Luft?
Luft so 110. Bereich, eine Seegrasmatte und dann war so eine Mattenkante. Das war auch nochmal so eine Stufe. Und wieder Schill, Hang runter. Da hat man schon gemerkt, also ich habe so in südliche Richtung.
The course participants were mostly experienced divers. They put on their gear and jumped into the water.
So. 50 Meter.
For the course participants, it was an exciting experience. Who has the opportunity to sit in a submarine, be in the dry and observe the underwater flora and fauna? They offered the courses in 2001 and 2002.
haben. Ja. Ist aber.